The market ending in positive territory, which is a good ending for the week. But let's talk on some of the gainers and losers in today's trading session.
Well, thank you, Mashudu. It's been a wonderful week, so to speak, although we had ups and downs throughout the week. But I would say that the gainers would be someone like Equity Bank, which has supposedly remained in this positive territory as we expect the results from next week. You'd also expect that Uchumi Supermarkets has been doing very good on the charts, and Mumia's Sugar, which closed its books today on the dividends. So those are some of the performers of the week.
Let's just look at Centum coming out with a profit warning, saying that earnings will be hurt by a court case. What did you make of that profit warning coming out?
Well, it's like someone who has your cow and then he tells you that I didn't give you enough milk yesterday, and I'm afraid tomorrow the milk that will come in might be confiscated by the chief as well. So it's a very tense moment for investors, especially who are keen on Centum, because they did not perform so well last time, and this time round also there's a profit warning to the contrary. So it's nothing to be scared of, but at the same time it's quite worrying.
Okay.
Hi, it's Gareth speaking. I'm obviously a broker, so we're always interested in what sort of volumes the market's going to experience. Your elections are coming up quite soon. What sort of an impact do you think that'll have on what at the moment are quite lofty levels in terms of activity in the market?
Well, the elections are in March. From experience, you would expect that the market will start responding to the elections a month or two before the elections. And so from now henceforth, I'm looking at the upward growth continuing at least until mid-December or towards the end of the year. In terms of volumes, that might be affected as from mid of January to February.
Okay. Year to date, your market's up almost 30%. We've seen a bit of a pullback over the last sort of week or so. In the short to medium term and leading up to those elections, what sort of direction do you see the market going in?
Well, I'm hoping that I got you proper. In the short run, of course, as you can see, the market has been rallying in the past few weeks. This will continue. As you rightly said, we are expecting several results next week that will affect the market in one way or another, but of course towards the positive territory. Beyond that, also, we are seeing that the market is receiving a lot of support from economic growth that is coming from lower inflation and better performance of the shilling as opposed to last year. This will continue for a while. However, as from December, the rains might start beating us because there are those who expect to take profits as from mid-December or even the end of the year. In the midterm, the market will adjust accordingly in February and in January as we expect the elections to affect it effectively. And then after that, of course, after the elections, it will stabilize and we'll look at better charts from there on.
Well, William, in next week's trading session, like you say, we are expecting a few companies to report results, but the main important news next week is the central bank announcing interest rates. Your thoughts on that, on the back of what we saw, or on the back of the inflation numbers that we saw coming through in this week's trading session?
Let me start with the inflation rates. They have come down to as low as 4.4%. But this might not have reflected positively on the shilling, which is still very low at the moment. I think the MPC will be sitting next week, and major buyers are right now out to buy foreign currency. This is affecting the shilling in one way, in a bad way, so to speak. Now, as of next week, in terms of the performance of the shilling, I'm not so hopeful given that the MPC results would, announcements are being looked at keenly, because the CBK is looking at lowering the lending base to affect economic growth, but this is affecting the shilling in one way or another.